simply shape the universe to your own will.
Exactly. But anyway, since I got the camera back up and it's on now,
Damn.
getting into the Elusive Man, pretty much, because we haven't talked about that yet, and as we were just talking off camera while I was loading the video, you know, what role is the Elusive Man going to play? Your theory is that the Elusive Man and all of Cerberus are going to be gunning for Shepard's ass while fighting the Reapers, or at least that's the way that you made it sound. Me...
Or maybe not. Since maybe the Elusive Man, maybe Cerberus will fire him. Maybe Cerberus will actually join Shepard, and the Elusive Man will maybe be working on his own.
I mean, it could be a number of things, and they're doing a comic book series that's going to detail his origins.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called either. Oh, wait, that actually reminds me. This may not be all that important, but there was another Mass Effect comic book series called Mass Effect Inquisition, which you remember Captain Bailey, that CSEC captain guy that you meet at the Citadel? Yeah, Inquisition actually sort of talks about what he does, like sort of after the events of Mass Effect 2, sort of a little adventure he has on the Citadel. And you remember that Turian guy that you meet in the first game, Executor Palin?
Uh-huh.
Like he's the guy who rejects Garrus's report on the Eden Prime mission that Shepard and the Normandy crew go on.
Uh-huh.
Captain Bailey in the comic book series, he actually kills Palin.
Really?
Like because Captain Bailey is recruited by, I can't remember who it is. I think it's some kind of council authority, but apparently Executor Palin has been performing a whole bunch of illegal activities that was completely destroying the innermost economy of the Citadel. So Captain Bailey was ordered to go and arrest him, and there's a gunfight between Palin and Bailey ends up shooting Palin in the head and killing him.
Whoa.
So whether or not that'll be brought up in Mass Effect 3 or not, I don't know. But
I don't know either. But
that's kind of. I felt like that was sort of an important thing to bring up, seeing as he's sort of a big character that you meet in the first game.
But
he's
I think
that you can actually interact with and talk to. He never really shows up in the second game, though.
But I think what's interesting too is, I mean, kind of to put a wraps on our Mass Effect 3 discussion, you know, it's pretty much up in the air what BioWare does. BioWare tries to be very hush-hush with the way that they do things, and I say that with the utmost respect and you know, with a lot of shrill and excitement, because there is not one game that BioWare has made from the original Xbox days, even their old PC days up until now, that has not been at least mediocre to really, really good and deep.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, Knights of the Old Republic, Jade Empire, Dragon Age, Mass Effect.
Neverwinter Nights.
Winter Nights as well. I mean, they've created a whole slew of games that far too many of them, you can't name them all, because name all of them, or at least all the really good or deep ones.
But honestly, but that being said, I still feel like Mass Effect 3 is going to be a very hard and difficult project for BioWare to pull off, but I'm confident that they can pull it off. I'm confident that they can do it.
Oh yeah, they haven't let their fans down.
So, and if they do it right, I think Mass Effect is going to be the most epic ending to a series since Metal Gear Solid 4.
But I think there was something else that you wanted to talk about, but now I can't remember specifically what it was. But I guess one thing that you and I can talk about, switching back to the whole comic books thing, is you know, definitely, and we were talking about this earlier and I was telling you the story about it, but Matt Fraction, and for those of you who already are in the know, you already pretty much know about this. For those of you who haven't and are living under a rock, Marvel has announced their next big event, and it's not going to be as retarded as that stupid Civil War storyline, and they're calling it Fear Itself. And the whole entire concept of this is that pretty much this really powerful character from Thor's universe, this Nordic god of fear, is just as strong, if not even stronger and more powerful than Odin himself. And so he was exiled and, you know, slaved away, sealed off somewhere. And during World War II, the Nazis had a desperate plan, so they sent Red Skull on a secret mission. Or they had a mission lined up for him. Well, his daughter Sin, in the present, finds this Nordic god and releases him upon the world, and pretty much it's going to be a game changer according to, you know, Joe, oh, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, editor-in-chief Quesada. You know, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be something that we've never seen before. Oh, like the shitty Civil War, where you basically had characters dying off, characters changing, you know, Tony Stark becoming an asshole, which was very unlike his character. Yeah, no thank you. But what they're doing now is that pretty much all the Marvel Universe is going to be changed. And they're going to deal with everybody. The X-Men, Iron Man, Hulk, Bucky, you know, Bucky as Captain America, Captain Stephen Rogers, the Super Soldier. They're pulling all their major heavy hitters and all their lesser known characters together to try to fight this Nordic god. And this guy, the more he preys on your fear, the stronger he gets. And so they've done this really cool ad campaign, and each of them have really cool images. They had one of the Hulk called "Do You Fear Losing Control?" and it shows all the Marvel heroes just beaten to a pulp, and the Hulk standing there with blood on his hands. They had one that's very.
In other words, it sounds like a really dark. It sounds like a really dark and fanciful storyline.
Well, and they had one with Spider-Man called "Do You Fear Tomorrow?", where it shows the stock market crashing, nuclear Armageddon, rioting in the streets, total anarchy and chaos taking over. They had one for Cyclops called "Do You Fear What You Become?", and it shows Cyclops dressed like Magneto holding the helmet, with his visor staring straight at you, the reader. And they had another one with Iron Man called "Do You Fear the Legacy That You Leave Behind?", and it shows Iron Man's face in the background, whereas you see in the full front of this image, this poster, all these military Green Beret style Iron Men. So it seems like they're setting up, this fear,
Iron Man's biggest fear is that the weapons that he created are being used to cause massive amounts of destruction and carnage and Holocaust.
But